time a fire truck drives by, the dogs next door howl in unison. So a fire truck or an ambulance or anything makes noise.
When it has lights and sirens on.
Not per se lights, but when it makes noise, sirens,
right.
The dogs start howling. Oh, anytime. It's quite annoying.
How many times did they go by the other day or yesterday?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of car accidents happening lately.
In Roseman?
Yeah, in Roseman on the freeways, just like locally, lots of.
Maybe I'm just not. I mean, I'm not out there, so I have no idea. But
I've like seen 2 car accidents in the last 5 days.
In Roseman?
No, one was right before Roseman. 2 cars flipped over on the freeway.
Flipped over?
Mm-hmm. Right before the exit here in town. And then the previous one I saw on Sunday in Palmdale, car flipped over into the mountain.
What?
Girl, it's crazy.
Flipped over into the mountain.
It was like the car was leaned into the mountain.
Like leaned over.
Yeah, like people were driving around like a bunch of assholes.
Yes, they are.
Nobody has patience anymore. Everybody's on their fucking phone. I spoke to a friend yesterday. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got in a car accident. I rear-ended someone because I wasn't paying attention. I was texting on my phone."
Yeah.
So many distractions.
Yeah. There should be a thing that cars have, and of course it will be costing extra, but that cars have that automatically block signal in your car when the car's on.
Damn.
Like when it's in drive, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when it's in park, like you can fuck with the radio and all that stuff. Like, this should be a thing where if your car is in drive, you cannot fuck with your phone. Like, you get no signal or whatever.
Well, in certain certain cars, it's like, hey, you're in drive mode. Like,
exactly.
Read this later, bitch. Like, don't worry about this.
Exactly.
I know with CarPlay, my car, I can read it. You know, it'll just read it to me. So, I mean, there's things that they've done, but people who don't fucking care, people with old cars, they ain't got all that.
Yeah, I don't have that in my car.
So, focus. Keep your eyes on the road. Hello, guys. Guess what? We're back!
Again. Back again.
But at least we made it in April. I don't think this is coming out in April, but at least we recorded it this month. I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this is Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's Bolt, bitches.
So, hey, welcome. Welcome back, and or welcome if this is your first episode. Thank you for listening. And to our listeners who stick with our crazy schedules, we really appreciate you. And patrons, we love you guys. It's been fucking crazy. Like, it's just been crazy. Being in real estate is not easy. It takes a lot of my time, energy, and stressors. So it's just always something happening.
Time, energy, and stressors.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, there's things that are outside of my control.
Yeah.
And I can't worry about those things that are outside of my control.
Yeah. That's a good thing to remember. You cannot control the only thing you can control, honestly, the only thing you can control is your behavior.
Yeah.
And how you react to something. That's it. Everything else,
good luck.
Exactly.
Good luck. What movie was that from?
Good luck?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of movies. I honestly, no idea.
Listeners, you guys know what that's from? Good luck.
I feel like half the movies we watched are somebody saying good luck in it.
What about Taken?
Oh, girl, I watched that movie one time.
Because he says good luck in a different language, or it's like something weird, and he's like, good luck. Like, he's like, I will find you, I will hunt you down, da 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 da. And he was like, good luck. And he was like, hold my beer. I'm gonna kill all of you guys. Oh. Fuckers. Still my daughter? I'm coming back. Yeah. I'm coming for her. Anyway, so yes, we've been busy, and but we're back. So that's all that really matters. We'll just keep coming back at you. So suck it up, buttercups. So this episode was brought to our attention by our patron, Carole. Carole P. Hello, Carol. How are you?
It's not Carol Baskin.
No, it is not. No, it is not. But yeah, so thank you for the tip and bringing this story to our attention. And if you're a patron, you can make suggestions to us as well. And if you don't know how to be a patron, just visit us at patreon.com/Book of Lies podcast. I think I will include the link in the show notes. We have different tiers. We've got different tiers. We've got some online content there. We've got some bonus episodes. We have tea time where we tell you all of our secrets because y'all are in the circle of trust.
All of our secrets.
Most of them.
My innermost fucking secrets.
Oh, I know who you are. You're Freeway. What's her name? Vanessa Lutz. Bob. I never told my fiance that, Bob. See, I knew what you were talking about. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about the case of Michelle Hadley, and it's some bullshit. Like, I didn't know about this story beforehand before you brought it to my attention, and like I went down a real deep dive to learn more about this, and it's crazy.
Michelle Hadley.
Who is she? She's actually she's a millennial California girl from Upland, California. Brought up in a very religious family. She was very studious. She wasn't, and she's kind of a plain Jane type girl, just a white girl, dark hair, just kind of a plain Jane. That's what she looks like to me. She was also an athlete. She ran track. She had like a high school sweetheart. She got a scholarship to run track in Pennsylvania somewhere. And after she graduated college, her and her fiance got married. Her and her high school boyfriend got married. Mm-hmm. They were married for 4 years. It didn't work out, so they got divorced. And this person was the only person she's ever been with. She's never been with anyone else before. And so she just immersed herself into work. She's like, I don't have time for dating, failed marriage. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to work, putting in long hours. And I guess on a lunch break, she went to Starbucks and ran into this guy by the name of Ian Diaz. And Ian was like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. You're so captivating. I just had to come and talk to you. And she's like, okay, sure. Cool. She agrees to go on a date with him. And she seems to be pretty smitten with him as well. And on the second date, he's like, I love you.
Oh, God.
I think that's a little too soon for the I love yous. And when someone tells me they love me so soon, or I hear this, I'm like, what are you after? Like, what are you after? What do you want?
What is it that you want?
What is it that you want from me? Exactly. And Ian Diaz is a U.S. Marshal. He's a few years older than Michelle. And they are residing currently in Southern California in Anaheim.
Okay.
So they start dating. And everything seems good. He's a little possessive.
Of course he is.
He
love bombed her, basically.
Yes, he love bombed her. Mm-hmm.
So right there, he's a narcissist or an abuser.
Ooh.
Because you don't do that unless you're literally, like, people who do that, again, they want something from you. That's their whole purpose is to start manipulating you. And that's what love bombing is manipulation.
You are 100% right on that. You are 100% right on that. And then they started dating in about 2014, just FYI, just so we can have a timeline. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I agree. Love bomb. Like, I love you. I want to be with you. Let's hang out all the time. They move in together. And he wanted her to start dressing differently. He wanted her to kind of be like a little hoochie mama. Sorry. He wanted her to have like long nails. He wanted her to wear short tops. He wanted her to get her belly button pierced.
He wanted her to look like a Britney Spears, like
jailbait, maybe. I'm guessing.
Well, she's an adult.
She is an adult, and it's strange. So this is like 2014, and she was born in 86. So she's just like a few years younger than us. So it's just strange. So she's like, okay, whatever, weirdo. But then he also says to her that he has a fantasy. He's a cuck. He
wants her to have sex with men while he watches.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this is something like he tries to pressure her to do. He's just on her, like, do this. And she's like, no, And, like, she's still super religious.
Right.
You know, and she's only been with one person, and now she's with this guy. And she wants to make him happy, but she's just like, I don't feel morally right about doing something like this.
Right. Okay. At least she fucking, you know, has a
compass.
Has like the self-esteem to say no, I'm
and
not doing
the will
that.
to say no.
Yeah, because you know how a lot of chicks would be like, okay,
yeah,
like, okay,
yep,
and you're like, did you want to do that? Well, not really.
Not really.
Okay, well,
exactly. Let me finish the story. So then he proposes to her in New York in front of the Christmas tree at Rockefeller's.
Oh, how adorable.
That's like so cliche, but whatever.
How adorable.
Yeah. So they're engaged now, and he's still weighing her down on this sex fantasy. So one night, I guess she was really sick, and so she was taking like cold medicine, and then like took some shots, and then he convinced her to do the thing.
Why would she be taking shots when she's taking cold
He was weighing her, I don't know, but he was weighing her down. So she was like, fine. He goes on Craigslist and finds a stranger, a fucking stranger on the internet to come in and have sex with his then fiance.
No.
And record it and watch from another room.
No.
Sick fuck. Gross. I mean, hey, if you're into it, if you're both like consenting adults and y'all, this is your lifestyle, sure. But she's clearly saying she does not want to do this. You keep badgering her about getting this done, and she does it, and he's just like, he's so happy. The day after, she feels sick. She's like, she's just like, I'm disgusted with myself. I felt like this was a rape. I'm just uneasy about this, and I wish I didn't do it. And he was like, well, nobody held a gun to your head. Nobody made you do it.
Oh, babe, I'm sorry that I put you in that position, or, you know, it's okay. You don't ever have to do it again. You know, we can move past this. Do you need help? Should we find a therapist? Like something.
How can I help you? I'm
Right.
sorry. Do you want to see me get fucked? Will that make you feel better?
No.
No, I don't. No, I don't. But have some type of compassion, some empathy, something.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing.
Nobody held a gun to your head.
Nobody made you. Bitch, you've been begging me about this for the last year. Like, stop. Anyway, so their relationship continues to get tumultuous and verbally abusive. And
of course it does.
Things of that nature. So they decide to buy a condo together for some reason in Anaheim. So they decide to purchase property together, and they're not married yet. They're still engaged. Hadley, that's her last name. Michelle is able to put down the down payment for the property. Mm-hmm. The property was about $470,000. I'm guessing she put 3.5% down because her down payment was about $14,000. And then they both move in, and both of their names are on the title.
Right.
Fast forward a few months, they break up. Michelle gets the fuck out of there. She's just like, I'm sick of this. I can't do this. It's not me. During this time, she's like, trying to confide in her sister. She has a younger sister. And she's like, am I crazy? Like, this stuff is going on in the relationship. I don't know what to do. And she finally figured out it's not me, it's you.
Right.
And got the hell out of there. So she moved back home with her parents, who are currently living in Ontario, California. This was about 2015. And there's dispute about the property because both of their names are on the title, and she's still paying half of the mortgage, and he's living there. So they're going back and forth about this property, and it gets contentious. He wanted to have her sign a quit claim deed. What that is she revokes all of her interest in the property, saying, take my name off of it. I want no interest. It's yours. Have it. I'm done.
Right. I'm going to take a loss.
Yes. And he was supposed to pay her $3,000 for her to do this, right?
$3,000.
Yeah. And it never worked out because then he was supposed to be able to take over the mortgage. He couldn't qualify.
Oh.
So she's getting pissed off because she's paying, and nothing's getting done. So this is going on. So she's getting pissed off, and she's also a little scared for her. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Okay. While she was with Ian, she left that job that she was working, like putting all these hours in and investing all her time. And he was like, I want you to get a different job. You should work at Disneyland. I used to work at Disneyland. You should get a marketing job at Disneyland. And she's like, okay. And she took a $20,000 loss.
What? I'm sorry.
I forgot to mention that. Sorry. He's very controlling. He wants to control everything.
She quit her job to go and do a job that he wanted her to do.
Because he used to work at Disneyland.
Don't care.
Maybe because, hey, it's Anaheim. Maybe you don't have to commute. I don't know what the reasoning was, but a $20,000 loss is a big deal.
Yes.
You're kind of like giving him more control. And there's a lot of, it's just icky to me.
Yeah.
So that also happened. Let me just say that. So she left the apartment, the condo, went to go live with her parents, trying to get things resolved with this apartment, this condo, and it's not happening. While all of this stuff is going on, Ian meets another girl, and her name is Angela. They meet. 1 month later, they're married. Him and Angela.
Don't you love that?
Hey, I believe
He
in true love.
He didn't even marry her, but he's going to marry this bitch immediately.
I believe in true love, but I think if you get married in a month, within a month of meeting each other, it's a fucking fiery plane crash. It's about to happen. Some people may have worked through it, but the odds are in these days, it's not going to be good.
Love at first sight. Or not love at first sight. What was that? Married
at first
Married
sight?
at first sight, yeah.
You don't know shit about people for like a year. And you're going to marry some stranger after a month?
Even after a year, you still don't know shit about people.
Right? It's crazy. So he finds a new chick, marries her. Oddly enough, her and Michelle look alike.
Of course they do.
He has a type.
Of course he does.
You sick fuck. So, he and Angela get married and immediately get pregnant. Angela's pregnant with twins. And she gets pregnant, and then all of a sudden, she's getting emails from Michelle. Oh, before the emails from Michelle come in, Michelle was sending Ian emails because she was pissed off about the situation that was going on in the apartment.
Yeah.
And she was shouting all this biblical text at him that, hey, you're going to get what's coming to you. You're this, blah, 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 blah. Just angry emails at him.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing down the wrath of the Lord on him.
Okay.
So he tried to get a restraining order against Michelle, which was declined. They're like,
she's not a threat to you.
Yeah, Jan, you're fine. Like, stop.
Sure, Jan.
So, him and Angela get together. She's pregnant, and then all of a sudden, Angela's getting emails from Michelle saying, I'm gonna, like, to warn her against Ian about, like, watch out, like, you know, he's not what he seems. You know, you're gonna get raped.
Oh God. Well. Yeah.
All this stuff. All this stuff. Like, lots of harassing emails, sending pictures, saying that, like, she wants to kill her family. All kinds of crazy shit. But the thing is, these emails are coming from a variety of different emails associated with Michelle.
Okay.
Right? Which is weird. Why would she start sending emails from 6 different email accounts?
Right.
And they've never met.
Right. And how would she know her email address?
Exactly. I don't even know you, bitch. How do I know your email?
Right.
So then all of this stuff continues to happen. And then Angela gets an email from Craigslist saying that, oh, your ad is live and, like, ready. And the ad says that she has a rape fantasy and she wants somebody to snatch her while she's walking her dog and drag her into the house and rape her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you've probably heard this.
I heard something about that. Like, somebody had posted a thing, and so, like, some guy actually, like, came up and, like, approached her, and she was like,
yeah.
Okay.
So, like, the listing, because that's what it is, it's a listing, has her her address, her routine, what the dog looks like, lots of details, and, like, people are, like, responding to it, and Angela's like, how the fuck did I didn't post this, like, whoa, what's going on? So then they're like, well, it's obviously Michelle. So then they give the police all of these emails and all of this stuff about Craigslist, and then Angela says that she was attacked that someone actually did come in, grabbed her, and attempted to rape her, like ripped her shirt, had like marks on her neck, pushed her face into the wall, and all of this stuff happened.
Right.
So then they arrest Michelle. They're like, how dare you do this? Oh my gosh, like, you know, you've been attacking these, not attacking these people, but you've been stalking these people. You put this stuff out, like you pretty much wanted her to get raped. You're saying she's going to get murdered. You're talking about her family, all this in these emails, right? Mm-hmm. And Michelle gets arrested. And so then her parents were able to bail her out the next day. Then someone was sitting outside of Angela's house, which the house that she lives with Ian, that Michelle is also a part owner in.
Right.
So some creepy dude was just out there hanging out, some young kid. He was like, oh, I saw the Craigslist ad, and I was just, you know, casing out the spot to get in where I fit in. And so apparently this new post came up after Michelle got bailed out of jail. So they're like, it must be her. Who else would be doing this? Why would anyone else do this? Like, these emails that she's getting, it has like a biblical feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like Michelle. They're all signed off from Michelle. Like, the fucking emails. Like,
from Michelle.
From Michelle.
Love Michelle.
Rotten hell, Michelle. I might name that one. Rotten hell. Love Michelle.
Do it.
Rotten hell. Love Michelle. I love that. Okay. So then the police arrest her again. Arrest Michelle. They're like, you're obviously behind this.
It's you.
And Michelle's like, wait a minute. What the fuck? So the first time she got arrested, she had gone out on a date. And she was heading home from a date. And then she gets home, and then the police arrest her behind this Angela bullshit. And she's like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you even talking about? I don't know her.
Right, I don't know her.
And then before that even happened, she was getting notifications of email addresses being created using her main email address as a recovery email.
Oh, fuck.
She's getting notifications of this.
Ugh.
And so she's like, there's something strange going on. There's something weird happening.
Right.
And so she's arrested, and then her parents, they can't bail her out because they increased
the bail amount. Right.
So she tells her parents, like, hey, I didn't do this. I think it's fucking Ian. I think it's him.
Yeah.
And so they start doing investigating. They hire a lawyer, at least, to help, like, investigate and see what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And while that happens, Ian goes to the police department, Anaheim PD, who apparently weren't doing their job, because that's why her ass was in jail. He goes and says that it's his wife, Angela. She's the one that's been sending herself emails that she was trying to frame Michelle.
What the fuck?
Because his wife, Angela, is a pathological liar.
Oh my God.
So apparently Angela lied about being pregnant with twins.
Oh shit.
She apparently purchased an ultrasound off of Etsy. And her history shows her as being a pathological liar. She's lied about other things in the past and has done shady things. So her character is up for question. So her husband drops dime on her.
Okay.
Makes no sense, right? So it's her. They were able to.
So he went to the Anaheim police and said all this stuff to get Angela out of jail.
To get Angela in jail and Michelle out of jail.
Yeah, Michelle. Sorry,
Michelle.
To get Michelle out of jail.
Right.
Okay.
So they arrest Angela because they were able to determine that the IP address that these emails were being sent from and the Craigslist situation happened was in their home.
In the house, right.
Was in their house.
Okay.
This happens just to kind of go back, Michelle started dating Ian in October of 2013, but she fulfilled his fantasy with the stranger it was Valentine's Day, 2014. Ian was supposed to assume the mortgage of their property in June of 2016. Never happened. So Michelle's getting pissed off and sending Ian emails. So this is all happening in 2016. 2016 May, that's when Angela started getting messages, the emails, the stuff.
Okay.
When she started getting the emails, she was actually able to get a restraining order, a temporary restraining order against Michelle. And then all that stuff happened. Then the attack happened. And then they arrested Michelle for the second time. And then she was in jail for 89 days. Almost 3 months in jail.
Damn, that's
and
a long time.
The people in jail hated her because they were like, "Oh, you're threatening a woman. You're threatening her family. Like, you're a trash ass hoe. How dare you?"
You're threatening a woman. Okay, well, what are you guys in here for? Like, shut the fuck up.
Ian goes to the police and says that, "Hey, it's my wife. She's doing this, blah, blah, blah." Then on January 6, 2017, Angela got arrested. And she was charged with several crimes. Several crimes. She admitted to making up the attack. The rape attack that someone came in from Craigslist and tried to rape her.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so there was never someone that was caught.
No.
She just, okay.
No. Mm-mm.
Ugh.
It's gross. It's kind of gross, and it's like an abortion of justice, if you will. Okay, yeah, she reported to be attacked by a stranger, but they had like security footage, and there was nothing to be seen. Angela did admit that she lied about that. She admitted that she wasn't pregnant, and her history just showed that she was a liar. So Michelle was exonerated, and then Angela got hit with 5 years.
Oh.
Because it was all her. It was all Angela. Mm-hmm. For some reason, she wanted to make Michelle look bad just so they would fuck up her interest in that condo that her and Ian had. Right? Weird. This is 2017. So last month, 2023, the fucking truth finally came out about Ian Diaz.
I'm sure.
That he's the fucking mastermind. Of course, like, what kind of bitch you meet a month ago and she's stalking your ex? I mean, I guess that does happen. But it was him, obviously. Yeah. I think he was sending her those emails and, like, scaring her about it and not saying anything. He's like, "Oh, well, she's crazy. She must be crazy. Like, let's do this and get her out of it." And, ugh. So they finally...
So he was gaslighting both of them.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Ugh. So he's due for his trial later on this year for his involvement in everything. Because Michelle was like, she may have been involved, but it was him. Because the emails...
He's the puppet master.
The emails that Angela, quote unquote, sent to herself contained a lot of information from the emails that Michelle had actually sent to Ian. So he obviously wrote the stuff or shared information.
Right.
To make her look bad, to fuck up her interest in the condo. But I think he was just obsessed with Michelle because she left him.
Right. And
he's a U.S. Marshal, so she thought he was also, like, abusing his power, which he was.
Yeah.
He was just like, put her in jail, and the Anaheim Police Department didn't do their job properly or do any research or listen to any claims that Michelle had against Ian.
Mm-hmm.
But, so this case is still happening right now. It's going on right now. And what a fucking liar. Like, what a fucking liar. Don't trust people who love bomb you. I'm sorry. Like, the bait and switch is going to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And if you're in a relationship where they're, like, abusing you, telling you you're doing this and you're not, and they're always just, like, on the attack and it's more bad days than good, get out of that relationship.
For real.
Because then you'll end up in jail for fucking 3 months for some shit you didn't do.
Because then you'll end up in jail for 3 months.
just think you'll be in jail for 3 months. But how do you, like, this straight edge girl ends up in prison for attempting to have this woman raped. Right. But he's going to jail for, like, he has charges for, like, cyberbullying, stalking, and other things like that, like social media mischief, if you will.
Yeah.
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Carole Thank you for that one. So the case is still happening, so maybe we'll give you an update as to his sentencing and what that's looking like.
Man,
but it's fucked up.
That's nuts. Men are trash.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
What a nutcase. That guy has problems. How did they find out that he was doing all this? Like, if they just found this out this year.
Michelle didn't give up. She was like, no, like, keep investigating. And they just did what they needed to do. They figured out, like, the emails. And, So the confirmation from Craigslist for the listing, it went to his phone. So, like, you know how you have to confirm? It went to his phone. That's how they figured it out.
Right.
Because Michelle was messaging Craigslist as well. And like, hey, you know, I'm not doing this. She was hitting up Microsoft about the emails. And so she was, like, trying to report, hey, this stuff is happening, and no one was listening to her.
Right. Because heaven forbid, you know, a woman is actually in distress and needs your help, and you big wigs at these fucking tech companies don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Craigslist is super basic. It's like, you know,
like, you should be able to contact somebody and be like, hey, that wasn't me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever.
Gross. That was a little shorty doo-wop. What have you been watching, Brandy?
So I binge watched, of course, Love is Blind. I binge watched seasons 1 through 3, and I haven't started season 4 yet. So I'm gonna start that probably this weekend. Because
it's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then I started watching yesterday The Ultimatum.
Oh.
And
there's only one season of The Ultimatum, right?
There's one season.
I saw that one.
So I'm watching that right now.
I like when they're in the pods.
That's pretty much
for Love
it.
is Blind. Like when they're like dating each other.
Yeah, the dating is cute. The real world stuff is drama.
It's so awkward. I'm just like, I'm gonna watch this. It's weird. When you're in a bubble, everything's all...
Yeah, because you're by yourself, first of all. You're not actually looking at the person. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to, like, say stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, to be yourself. But, like, oh my gosh, some of those people, like, when they started, you know, they met in person, especially, like, the first season, what was his name? Carlton?
I know what you're talking about. What
was his name?
It was his last name, the white boy.
No, the black guy.
Oh. The one who threw the girl's ring?
Uh-huh.
Like
they just got to the resort and he started acting funny. Mm-hmm. And I was like, why is he acting? And then that girl did the same thing. She started acting funny too. What was her name?
Season 1?
Season 2. On season 2. And another chick started acting funny. And I was like, why?
Oh, the one that was like jealous because like she didn't feel good and like her man went out and she was like worried that he was gonna cheat or something.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, I know who you're talking about, but no, they got married. No, not her, but you know, yeah, some of them, you know, they get out and they're not acting like the way
their insecurities are shown.
It's weird, like the way they act. I was just like, they just started being mean, like, you know, like instead of getting to know the person, you start like picking at them. Why are you picking at me? We've been in the same room together for 20 minutes. Stop picking at me, and like, why don't you get to know me instead of calling me? Like, he was like, oh yeah, you know, I can tell you crazy and you this and that. And the girl was like, what? And then she was like, I don't know if it's because, you know, he's nervous. And it's like, why are you like suddenly now you're being a dick? You weren't being a dick in the pod. So I found that interesting how like they, you know, you seem like you're this nice guy and then you get out and you start acting weird. Ugh.
That's exactly how it happens. That's why you're not supposed to marry someone after 30 days. Just saying.
It wasn't 30 days.
I'm talking about Angela Diaz. Like that.
Angela Diaz.
Her and Michelle look alike though.
Yeah, well. But yeah, so that's what I've been watching. Those two shows. What have you been watching?
I finally finished watching Beef.
Oh yeah, I watched that too.
I'm going to watch. What have I been watching? Oh my god, I don't know.
What did you think about the end?
I was like, okay, all right, that's okay. I thought they was dead. I was like, this is it. This is perfect ending. Tripping balls in the forest, no problem. Way to go. I wonder what they ate. But
some fucked up ass berries.
I thought that was it when they were like, okay, are we dying? Yeah, we're dying. All right. But then like, I was just like, it was weird. Like, not once had they shown any compassion for each other.
Right.
So for it to end like that, it's like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Jan. But it was just like, damn. All the shit that went down. Like, that was fucking nuts.
Yes.
From some road rage.
Because they're both crazy. That's all that was.
Both living on the edge. So I finally finished watching that. What else have I been watching? Probably. Oh, I started watching Black Lady Sketch Show.
Ah! I need to start watching that. I have not. I didn't even know it was on.
There's only 2 episodes.
Okay, cool.
You've missed nothing yet.
All right.
What?
But
else?
I didn't even realize that it was on yet, and then I saw a preview or the HBO thing, and it said that it's streaming now or playing now or something. And I was like, okay.
I watched the 3rd season of the Real Housewives Ultimate Vacation.
I have not watched. I haven't watched it.
They're in Thailand, and it's freaking Heather Gay and Whitney Rose. Some of the chicks from Miami, Candace and
Portia.
Portia, yeah, Portia was there, and Giselle.
Oh.
Giselle
from Potomac.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Like, Giselle is so petty. She was like, somebody stole my tequila. I need to find it. Like, they're like, settle down, and she like blames Candace, and Candace is like, I didn't steal your tequila. Oh, and also Leah was there from New York, and like Leah and Candace bonded, but everybody was like mad at Leah just because Leah's a complainer.
Oh, okay.
You know, and she's just, you know, super straight edge. Don't be mad that she's straight edge, but she's a complainer.
Okay.
So there's that. It was an interesting season. I watched it. I was like, oh my gosh, these bitches is crazy. Like, Heather and Whitney working out their drama, and then learning that Heather's kind of a sneaky bitch. Like, you know, she won't say what she's feeling, but when she gets behind a camera and away from the person, she'll say how she's feeling. Oh, yeah. And she's like, say it.
There's people that are like that. They can't say it to your face.
Yeah, well, that's Heather Gay. For sure, that's her. Nothing. I've just been like trying to sell this house. I got another listing. Yay! We are going to sell this house. I'm not trying to.
I am going.
We
to
are
sell
selling
this
house this weekend. Open house tomorrow. You guys, this is the future or the past. You missed it, but it's gonna happen.
I'm going to sell this house today.
Yes, claim it. Do you have a thumbs up for the rest of 2023?
2023. Damn. That's a long time away. The rest of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a thumbs up. My thumbs up is that I am going on a cruise. Yay! That's exciting.
Speak the fuck up.
Yeah.
Nobody can hear you. Speak the fuck up!
Oh, I said I'm going on a cruise, and that's exciting because I don't go anywhere. So I get to go somewhere finally.
You go to Riverside.
Where the fuck's what's in Riverside?
Ridgecrest.
That's not going somewhere. Okay, first of all, I've been house sitting and babysitting for you and Mom for the last however long. I house sat for you.
Bitch, that was last year.
You went to Hawaii. I house sat for you. You went to the Bahamas.
Hawaii.
Yeah,
we went to Hawaii 5 years ago.
It doesn't matter. I house sat for you. But I haven't gone anywhere. Is what I'm saying. I have not gone anywhere.
You've never been to Utah?
That doesn't count. That does not.
That's a different state.
That does not count.
Hawaii's a different state.
That was not for fun. I have not gone anywhere for fun.
I'm not mad at you. Do your thing.
So,
but don't be like, oh, because I do this, that, and the other. Just say.
I'm just saying,
go.
I have not. I don't get to go nowhere. I haven't gone anywhere. So I'm going somewhere finally, like that I can just like chill and not have to worry about fucking kids and old ladies and dogs and shit. You know what I mean?
It's called life.
Again, I'm finally going somewhere that I don't have to worry about people for 3 days.
Cool.
So that's my thumbs up. Do you have a thumbs up?
I have an open house tomorrow. Event tomorrow as well, and I'm going to be judging.
Oh, did you see that
a beauty pageant
thing I tagged you in on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm not going to be here. Just fucking working, so I can go on vacation and have Brandy house sit for me. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here. If you aren't already, give us a follow on the podcast and listen to us again and leave us a review and be our friends. Yeah. We're on social, on Twitter, because it's still alive, Book of Lies Pod, Instagram and or Facebook, Book of Lies Podcast. Actually, Book of Lies Podcast group. I'm going to shut that shit down. There's some weird shit going on in there. I'm going to just shut it down.
What's going on in there?
People posting, like, I think inappropriate stuff. So I'm just like,
I saw, like, people asking to join. I didn't see any.
Yeah, I deleted some stuff. Like, it was borderline, like, kiddie shit. I was just like, it was just weird. It made me feel uncomfortable. So I deleted it and I removed the person from the group.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, why do you need to play? Get out of here. I might shut that shit down. So just follow us on Twitter or Instagram or, like our page on Facebook. You don't have to be a part of the group, but I think I'm going to shut the group down. Yeah. We'll talk about it offline. Anyway, thanks for being here. Visit us online, bookoflifepodcast.com. Or if you want to join us on Patreon and know all the tea, because I'll talk about this Facebook shit on the hot tea time. Some tea time. I'll talk about it there. Patreon.com/bookoflifepodcast. And I am Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this was Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's bold bitches.